welcome back to my channel. It's Ren. On the way in, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. It's the easiest and the freest way to support your girl, so go ahead, get to clicking below. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, specifically you. So right now, what I wanted to talk about is something that I actually hear Abraham Hicks say all the time, and it really didn't mean anything to me until just the other day. If you've seen my last couple of videos, I had kind of broke down essentially, and I was just kind of expressing the space that I was in, and I wanted to talk about the power of surrender. And I feel like I've made another video about that before as well, but this one is specific to what Abraham Hicks says when she says you're so free that you could choose bondage. And that literally didn't make any sense to me until that other day when I had that breakthrough, because I had been going through it. A lot of times we don't necessarily know or realize how first off, a lot of times we don't know what people are going through. We just know the way that they show up and that they present themselves. And so I feel like I'm one of those people that, despite whatever storms I'm going through, 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna know. Every now and again you might catch me crying, but overall you're not really gonna know that, like, I'm going through a lot of things. And so when I had fallen into that moment where it's just like, I ended up talking to the little version of me, even though I had made the video, but I was trying to give you guys encouragement. But then it ended up being a conversation between me and God. And then once I went and played the video back, I realized it was a video from me to my little self. And so I had literally freed myself in that moment. And I feel like beyond the immediate peace that I felt, like, that phrase just fell onto me. It like downloaded into my system that you are so free that you could choose bondage. And it just really meant a lot to me, because that's honestly how God shows up with his peace package, essentially. And I'm really grateful that even though the work can be hard, that I stuck through it and did it anyway, because you got to think about it, either way it's hard. Which heart are we choosing? Because one heart is going to let us perpetuate in this for who knows how long, but then the other heart, you know, you're still going through that storm, you're still getting squeezed out, but there's light at the end of that tunnel. And you don't have to wait years to see that light. You don't have to wait months to see that light, even weeks. Like, I feel like at this point, it's like every time I have to heal, it's in a matter of days, at most a week, give or take, whatever. I guess I'm not really putting a date or a counter on it, but I just wanted you all to understand the power of surrender, whatever that looks like to you. I just came into my relationship with God, and as I continue to learn myself, I continue to meet him in different spaces and places within my experience. And I'm so grateful of the specific package that he gave me of my own issues, because the healing that comes along with these storms, it brings so much more joy on the other side, that it's like, no, I don't necessarily want to do it again, but would I change things? No, I wouldn't change things, because experience not only makes you wiser, but it makes you stronger. And as the feminine being that I am, I feel like I keep getting all the tools to put on my tool belt that just kind of continue to help me be a better person, to help me be a better wife, to help me be a better mother, to help me be a better friend, a better daughter, a better sister, all the things. And I'm just really grateful that I was able to weather the storm. Now, for those of you who are going through your own storms right now, write a letter to God. Like, literally talk it out with God, because a lot of times once you talk it out with God, you don't realize how much you're really just talking to yourself. You're talking to that part of you that needs healing. You're talking to that specific trigger that caused you to even go into this spiral anyway. And when you address the thing, it gives it the opportunity for you to snuff out the flame. And overall, that's really all we're trying to do anyway, is to get out of that feeling of discomfort. Now, when we allow ourselves to smother the flame, not only is the experience becoming less draining, but now we have a new set of experiences that roll up into this one beautiful package that we've overcome. And that's something that we should be proud of ourselves about. That's something that we should all definitely give ourselves credit for. And that's something that we all deserve to go through, because like I mentioned before, you never know what people are going through. You only know how they present themselves. We all just have different ways that we show that out in the world. And, you know, sometimes we just can't help how we show up. And some people are strong enough that they never show a sign of weakness. I personally don't care. And I personally also don't look at it as a weakness. Like, God made me a crier, baby, I'm a cry. Simple as that. Like, you go get these tears, and it's not about a pity party. It's none of that. But it's, for me, it's cleansing. Like, it's literally cleansing me. And as many times as I gotta cry, the tears are just they're gonna form, and they're just gonna fall. And I'm not like, oh, I can't show this, I can't this. Oh well, show me somebody who never cried, because they're lying. Okay, men and everything, they're lying, because at some point everybody was a baby and they cried. Okay, all right. So all of us have cried at a point, all of us. So I want you to find your peace. I want you to find your way to be so free that you could choose bondage and you would still be thriving, happy, and blissful in life. Because that's what the power of God has done to me. Like, every time I'm able to truly surrender something, I literally just get tossed into the air, onto the next platform, to just live out a better experience, a more fulfilled experience. And at this point, it's like, I just am filled with so much peace that it's like, I feel like I am just so unbothered at this point. And it's not that, at one point, I was just begging God for me to just not care. Like just stop caring, just don't give a crap. Like, just stop caring. And it's just like, as much as I would tell myself that, they were just words. There was no embodiment in it. And that's the difference between, you know, between our experiences, is that feeling state. And so once I was able to lock into that feeling state by talking to God, by rewiring my nervous system, by continuously pattern correcting and repeating my confirmation biases and all of that stuff, all of that kind of helped me build up a solid wand, essentially. And it helped me unlock a different space of peace. It's not that I feel invincible or anything like that, but I do feel like I'm in a place now where the indifference is so big that it's just like, I don't care. And it's just like, I'm happy to be in that space, because all I care about now is the well-being of us all. So my family, especially my children, especially myself. I just have so many other things to worry about than all the ways that people aren't showing up for me. I have so much more to worry about than, you know, all the ways of what I'm lacking in, because look at all that I have. Abundance is everywhere. There's so much to be grateful for. The fact that I live an hour away and I'm able to get back and forth to work every single day in a reliable vehicle. It has seat belts. There's a roof. I'm not walking it. I'm safe. I have food to eat. My children are fed. We all are clothed. I have the means to, you know, it's everything. There's so much to be grateful for. There's an abundance of things to be grateful for. And I'm just at such peace in life right now because of the way that God does show up and show out. Tap into God every chance you get, because even if you don't understand, just keep going. Just keep talking to God. Keep asking God for clarity. It literally, before I actually found God, I literally was on Google like, how do you just let things go? Like, and it was like surrender. And it's just like, how do you surrender? And they're like, give it to God. And it's just like, well, how do I give it to God? And it's all just sent me down a rabbit hole. And I'm just like, look, I don't know. But God, it's in your hands. And that's literally how the whole situation went. And it's just like, I feel like that night, God was just like, bam, here I am. Like, I found God in a full body O. And that was such an intense introduction to God, to the abundance, to all the things and just the beauties of human existence, coexisting with everything here on this earth, the trees, the plants, the animals, the the clouds, the rain, all the things. And I saw everything just flash before my eyes. And at that point, it's like, can't nobody tell me God ain't real and God ain't mighty. So find your way. And this isn't me like trying to recruit people or anything like that. Like, do what you want to do, how you want to do it. I'm just letting you know what worked for me, what's brought me peace, and what has had me collapsing timelines over and over and over. So since my contract ended for my job in August of 2024, today is March 8th, I think it is. It's Friday, March 8th, 2025. And I feel like just within that time alone, I've probably had a good, probably 5 or 6 rebirths in this short amount of time. And every time it's a level up. Every single time it's a power up session. Every single time it's the fireworks of God's grace, of God's favor, all the things. And so I'm just really just wanting to be encouraging to someone right now who might be going through their own storm, and let you know to just keep going, because God's here holding your hand. And honestly, it's God's footprints in the sand. Start leaning on the inside and you'll see the changes happen outside. And in that, you will find your peace. You will find that calm that comes through, where it's like you're perfectly okay with life, you're happy with life, and even if conditions aren't the best or whatever, we just know that they're conditions. Everything's temporary. Literally, even life itself is temporary. So just go with the flow, just let things happen, just be the best version of you that you can be throughout all of this, and God got the rest. All you gotta do is show up. God truly has the rest. So I just wanted to thank Abraham Hicks for her messages, because as many years as I've been listening to her, a lot of things that she says doesn't necessarily resonate or make sense to me, but I still listen anyway, because I chew up the meat, spit out the bones. And when things are supposed to click, they will. And that's it. Because just like the teacher won't show up until the student is ready. It's just like that same concept. So it's like some concepts won't make sense to you until you're ready to receive them into your experience. And so I'm really grateful that I continue to listen to Abraham Hicks. I've continued to do the work. I've continued to develop spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, and let God have his way with me, because life's gonna have its way with you anyway. So your best bet is to go in with the best bodyguard that exists, and that's God. So I wish that on all of you. I wish you all peace. I wish you all the things that make you smile, that make you feel loved, that make you feel fulfilled, and take that and run with it. Life's too short to be anything less than happy. So like I mention all the time, over here we're growing, we're healing, we're living our best lives. I'm gonna take you with me, like per usual. You're not getting out of here without grabbing my hands. If you forgot on the way in, it's okay, I forgive you. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe on the way out. Also, check out the description box if you'd like to check out my resources. I have a free Goddess Glow Up guide. It's a guide that'll help you through self-enchantment, and so what that actually means, it's full of self-love and self-care activities, okay? So there'll be some journal prompts in there and things like that, but the goal is for you to fall so deeply in love with yourself that you ain't think about nothing else no way, okay? You put yourself on the pedestal and everything else works out from there. Also, check out my passion pages if you want an even deeper dive in embodiment activations. So yeah, like I said, you guys are coming with me. There's no way you're not grabbing onto this hand. If you forgot on the way in, it's okay. I forgive you, but go ahead, handle that now. Like, comment, and subscribe. It's the easiest and the freest way to support your girl. So go ahead, do that for me. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Now, until next time.